I shit you not, Ravani. It was this big.
There's no way. Impossible. I've had hundreds of those in my hands, and they're never that size.
Would I lie about something so critical?
What is wrong with you two? Can't you ever have a conversation that isn't dirty?
We're discussing knives, of course. Well, daggers, technically. I never remember the difference. Why? What did you think we were talking about?
So, Isabella, you captained a ship. That's a lot of men to handle, for you to command.
Well, aren't you just adorable, fumbling for a topic?
You say that like I'm harmless.
As harmless as a pup that will someday grow into its fangs and sink them deep.
Sure, keep teasing. I'll show you how much of a pup I am.
I know. That's why I do it.
What makes you think I steal things just because people ask me to?
Well, I would.
That's our Isabella. Such a giver.
So, Carver, have you thought about what you'll do if your expedition doesn't pay off?
This is our only chance, and you know it.
You're so damned proud you couldn't pick up a trade.
And who would take a Ferelden apprentice? Maybe in another year I could work my way up to Piss Boy.
Fine, let's crawl down some holes. Good bloody luck for your sake.
I've just encountered some Ferelden band wearing the same outfit as me. I need to change immediately.
Her ladyship cannot be seen like this. It would be an insult to two nations. There could be riots, wars.
A matter of social life or death. Get me into the castle now.
Of course, madame. Since this is clearly so important, I will see what can be done.
So, you're not like a lot of other girls?
No, I'm an elf.
Right. All right then.
Oh, did I miss something dirty?
What? No, it wasn't dirty. It wasn't anything.
Oh, right. Because I miss a lot of dirty things, and sometimes I wouldn't mind hearing them.
Would you now?
After everything you've already done, why would I help you again?
Because I've got your nose.
So this master of yours wants your markings back? Skin and all?
So his hunters told me, unwillingly.
So why not cover them up? Wouldn't that make you harder to find?
Let them come. I am not one to hide.
Still, if it were me...
It's not.
I have an excellent sense of dramatic timing. And good hair.
You're very different from other elves.
Oh? You know them all?
No, I just... You look different. There's no denying that.
It is what I am. And unlike the problems you claim to have, I really did have no choice.
Do we know anyone who isn't brooding every hour of the day?
Like attracts like, it seems.
And who is going to tell her?
You wouldn't dare!
Wouldn't I?
And that's why you don't waste your last-minute monologuing.
Looks like the Duke has fallen from grace.
I saw you at the Blooming Rose the other night.
What? No, you didn't.
I suppose someone else stole your chin to romance Faith?
That's unlikely. She wasn't even working.
Mm-hmm. Got you.
Carver, what would Mother say?
You're just... That's not what I... Oh, shit.
So what now? You aren't just going to leave, are you?
You think I would fit into your merry entourage?
We're hardly merry.
It's true. Some of them hardly ever crack a smile.
Some of us are downright broody.
Or so clever we could just die.
You look like a man I once dueled. He was a little intimidated by my reputation as a vicious pirate, but rose to the challenge.
He looked like me, you say?
It went on all night, under the stars, the waves lapping at our ankles.
On the beach? In the surf? How did you get a proper footing?
We didn't. There was quite a bit of tumbling around, and we were soaked and sore by the time the sun came up.
Did you win?
I managed to get on top in the end, but I considered it a tie.
You! This is your fault! You and that blighter, Varric Tethras!
What did I do?
I wouldn't be caught dead in the rows. What?
Although where you find a swordsman so eager to sell his honor and duty, I'm sure I don't know.
The Hanged Man.
Hanged man.
Definitely.
Why is it always about sex with you?
It's not. Sometimes it's about sex with other people.
You see? It comes up every single time we talk.
We're just talking, Carver. If it comes up, that's not my fault.
What? I mean, that's not what I meant. It doesn't. Oh, I hate you so much.
This is it. This tunnel will take us into the gallows.
With any luck, we'll simply be mistaken for thieves and not conspirators.
What are you looking at?
Your sisters were both mages, as was your father.
And I'm not. What of it?
Nothing. It's not always passed to all siblings. But it's good to know you understand our plight.
Shove your plight.
Who said anything about me leading? I was going to watch. With snacks.
You don't like me, Carver?
I don't like you.
That's unfortunate. Hating someone just because they're a mage is a shameful thing.
I don't hate you because you're a mage. I hate you because you won't shut up about it. Oppression this, Templars that. I'd had enough long before you.
Maybe it's time you put some thought into it.
You know, Fenris, I have a tattoo.
You have a what?
A tattoo. A lot of us got them before Ostagar. It's a Mabari, for strength.
Does it curse you with the ability to reach into a man and tear out his insides?
I can make it bark.
Please don't.
Seconded.
I could use your consult, Anders.
Bring it to Darktown and I'll get you a salve or something.
What? No. I need to know some things about mages.
Why?
I'm a guard. I'm the first person who has to deal with trouble.
You want help killing people like me?
Not every mage can be trusted.
Nor every guard.
You've really never thought of hiding from those hunters?
To what end?
So you could, I don't know, have a life?
What life do you have? There are no hunters after you at all.
I have a life.
One that you complain about. We are not always free to do as we wish, as you should well know.
I do have a life.
Then I stand corrected.
Don't be silly. A dowry would only matter if you were courting him.
Oh, Meryl.
You're courting him!
I'm sorry about your sister. She sounds like a special girl.
Why? Because she was a mage?
Your other sister says she was a good person. She never turned down a chance to help people.
Yes. Yes, I'm sure the Chantry's got a shrine with her portrait on it.
I was trying to be nice.
Stick to Surly. It works for you.
But I added your husband's name to the memorial wall in the Chantry.
Wesley? But you never knew him.
He was a Templar. He refused to abandon the people of Ferelden to the Blight. He died too young. The Grand Cleric will read his name during the Chant of Remembrance.
Thank you. That is very kind.
He walks with the Maker. But it is no shame for those left behind to mourn.
That's the problem. Risk, or so help me, I will bed the man myself.
I think that pretty much forces the issue.
Everywhere we go, people try to kill you.
You've been responsible for that yourself on a few occasions.
All right. I'm going to draw a picture of where she wants to touch you.
Manservant.
Should be elf servant, if you think about it.
It's only a cover.
I'd like to cover him with 6 feet.
So these are the hunting grounds.
I take it we run around randomly shouting,
Here, Wyvern, Wyvern, Wyvern.
Varric,
You called?
I notice you don't have a nickname for me.
I call you Hawk. You've probably heard it once or twice.
But that's my name. It's not like Daisy or Blondie.
Sure. Chuckles. You want a nickname? I'll be happy to fix you up.
Chuckles? That works.
The Montfort family inherited this mountain from a clan of Navarran dragon hunters. Well, maybe inherited is the wrong word. What do you call it when you kill someone in order to get all their stuff?
Adventuring.
I like big boats. I cannot lie.
You're too willing to involve yourself in the affairs of others, Hawk. Each time you put yourself at risk. One day you will not be so lucky.
You have a better idea?
Guard what you have. Keep your head low.
Like a dragon, guarding my treasure hoard.
That's not what I meant.
Shall I eat passerby? Perhaps I can demand virgin sacrifices.
Even dragons are eventually slain, Hawk.
I like big boats. I cannot lie. Really, Isabella?
Well, I do.
And this array of sculptures is known as scurvy bastards reflecting on modern life. After much reflection, they appear to have come to the conclusion, well, shit.
Hey, step back. I know important people. We're gonna show this city what to do with heathen oxmen.
Guard Captain, would you like to have a word with your man?
Guard captain?
Who?
What?
Who?
Who what? I don't...
Who bought you? Who bought the honor of a proud guard of Kirkwall and made him a drunken Mabari bitch?
You frightened me.
Me?
Before we found you, there was a moment when I... Don't do that again.
Just say something. Anything.
They say death is only a journey. Does that help?
It just raises questions. Journey to where?
I don't know. It's just something people say. To be honest, I don't think there is much point in filling these moments with empty talk. So we are helping the Qunari?
We're helpers.
I told you, there are many innocent lives at stake as well.
And how many innocents have the Qunari slaughtered?
You expect me to just let you walk out of here?
Please, sirrah. I was seduced by a crime at a very young age, but your guard monster has scared me towards a path of honest work.
I'll give you to the count of 5 before I sick my Mabari on you.
What? Surely you wouldn't.
1.
But...
2. 3, 4, 5. Make sure our guest leaves quickly.
Shok Ebasit Hisra, Maras Shokra.
Are you testing me? It's so cute.
Do you know what I said or not?
Struggle is an illusion. There is nothing to struggle against. But your accent is terrible.
Come to me, and I'll take you to places you've never been.
Isabella, are you talking to Bianca?
I think she deserves to feel a woman's touch on her trigger, don't you?
Bianca responds to my touch. She'd never give it up for you.
That's what they always say, and I always prove them wrong.
Stop it. You're confusing her. And me.
Like any mage with a brain can't come up with, let's rebel.
As if any mage with a brain couldn't conceive of anything else.
You were very close to losing your printing blocks, Varric.
Once more, I am falsely accused of whatever it is I am accused of. Falsely.
Someone swapped the text of my recruitment poster with some filth from the Blooming Rose.
Ooh, that does sound pretty good.
Sure. Fill the barracks with whores. But you've also filled the Rose with guards.
It is true what they say. The best comedy comes from tragedy.
What would you say to an exciting trip to Orlais? I hear the Grand Cathedral's lovely this time of year.
What? Tell us about Starkhaven, choir boy. I'm sure we're all burning with curiosity about your faraway land.
My faraway land? It's inland free marches, not on the moon.
Huh. And here I was hoping.
It's a lot like here, but fewer dead people.
Well, you don't have Hawk.
We could hit him till he talks.
You'll just end up killing him.
This mirror of yours, what does it do?
Mostly it stands in my house, looking a bit spooky.
But it's magic, right? So it can do magic things. Is it dangerous?
It could fall on someone, but you'd have to push it really hard. It's quite heavy.
Meryl, is it a danger to the people of Kirkwall or not?
Oh, only to anyone sitting right under it.
I was drawn in by the intoxicating aroma of stale piss and vomit.
You know, if you need advice on how to lay low, I can give you some.
Being short would make for an excellent start, I suspect.
Keep that up, Syrah, and you can keep on hiding like a rank amateur.
What would you suggest, Varric? Cower in the shadows like a rat?
You could try wearing something that didn't scream, "I hate you all, I was a slave."
The markings would still show.
Really? Through anything? That's kind of cool. So what do you do in that gigantic house all day?
Dance, of course.
Really?
I run from room to room, choreographing routines.
You're actually joking. Alert the Chantry. They need to put this on the calendar.
And you thought I was always serious.
Meckel is dead. That bitch killed him.
What's a Meckel? She looks nothing like you. Thank the Maker for small miracles, hmm?
Really?
Hey.
So, you can either tie me up, gag me, and then manhandle me. Or you can take me to Nuncio. Which will it be, I wonder?
You know him best. What do you think? I've had better. I meant about letting him go or not. Oh, right. I'd let him go.
My dear Isabella, it has been a delight to see you again. You travel in fine company.
That's it? You're leaving? What about sex?
Ah, Isabella, I did so miss you.
That's because you have piss-poor aim. Thankfully, you have other uses.
I think I just threw up a little in my mouth.
Are we sure he was part of a guild of assassins?
I can't imagine what Hawk sees in you.
It is done. Leave it be.
Well, good. I always knew she had some sense.
Do not make light of this. Leaving was the hardest thing I've ever done.
Oh, will you two get over yourselves? You're like two dogs around a bitch in heat.
We were talking about Hawk, not you.
Oh, I'm sure this is all a misunderstanding. Later, we'll all have tea and we'll laugh.
Oh, your name is Hawk. I thought it was Locke.
You're not nearly as selfish as you pretend.
Hey, you take that back.
You had your relic. You were gone. There was no reason for you to come back and face the Canary.
I still don't have a ship. I thought I could get one.
From a bunch of shipwrecked Canary.
From the Viscount. I just got here late.
I always knew you had a heart of gold.
Shh, don't tell anyone.
Garav, this is Hawk. The one whose blood you want to drink or bathe in or whatever. But if you're after eternal youth, I've got to tell you, she's no virgin.
So you engaged a Qunari dreadnought in battle?
They engaged me in battle. I was just trying to get away. Sailing into the storm was a gamble. Took care of the dreadnought, but it did us in too. Can't win them all.
Where I come from, we would call that insanity.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Corypheus wants some blood? Sure. Let me just open a vein. Oh, how about a kidney, too?
Do you feel like a citizen, Fenris?
Excuse me?
You've been in Kirkwall as long as I have. Does it feel like home?
It feels. That itself has been a surprise.
I think I know what you mean.
The Hanged Man! Oh, but that place is filthy.
Come, Dulcie. Perhaps you should lie down.
They are so Orlesian.
You're right.
About
knowing who you are. I'm the captain of the guard, I'm loyal, strong, and I don't look too bad naked.
Exactly. And if I called you a mannish, awkward, ball-crushing do-gooder, you'd say...
Shut up, whore.
That's my girl.
As a matter of fact, I am a mage.
So am I. Some people say I am a blood mage. I'm dangerous. I bet you like danger, don't you?
This is what lack of sex does to a person. I can only watch in horror.
This man-child has evaded the Templars. Crime of the century.
I still can't believe Hawk saved you.
You've been saying that for years. Would you have turned me over to the Qunari?
No, but I know what they do to their prisoners.
Execute them horribly, I imagine.
The Qunari waste nothing. They would re-educate you into a loyal follower of the Qun.
Could I refuse?
There's always Kamek, which turns you into a mindless laborer. Like I said, they waste nothing.
Oh.
If you wish to thank Hawk, she's standing right there.
Emil wants to live a little. Why don't you give him a hand, Isabella?
You don't mean... No. No! He's revolting. I do just fine whoring myself out without your help, thanks.
You didn't come to my solstice dinner party.
Look at you. Dinner parties, cooking. Do you have a lace apron yet, or should I get one for you?
Don't change the subject. I sent you an invitation and you didn't show up.
I thought it would be... I mean, I don't know. I just don't do family gatherings. Besides, one day you and Donnic will have children and I'll be the last person you want around them. Imagine all the awkward questions you'd have to answer.
Mother, what's a slattern?
I'll just point at you and say, that's a slattern.
So, you're a king now. Moving up in the world.
Isabella, right? You look different.
Don't we all? So, how good is Donnic? Is he cocksure?
Just get it out of your system.
Did he curl your toes? Grope your grinder? Dampen your divine? Caddis your Katie? Praise your maker? Or did he cup your joining?
Yes, all right. He's an incredibly proficient lover. Happy?
Well, that's rather personal, don't you think?
So I shouldn't slit my wrists and dance naked under the moonlight just to fit in?
If that's what you intend, perhaps I'll join you after all.
How's marriage been treating you, big girl?
It's been good. No, great. I'd forgotten what it was like to.
Be flipped arse over tits and hammered like a bent nail?
To be loved.
Oh, right, of course.
Not that I'm complaining about the other thing.
I feel like I'm forgetting something. Or there's more to do, or... Does all this feel like a dream to you, too?
In a moment, I'll look down, see I have no pants on.
The champion of Kirkwall going to battle naked. Why can't I ever have that dream?
Fish, fish, and more fish. Blah. Let's look for those crates.
I'll take you to stranger places than this. Just watch.
A tempting offer. I may not get the chance to say this again. Meeting you was the most important thing that ever happened to me, Hawk. Promise me you won't die. I can't bear the thought of living without you.
I didn't quite catch that. Could you speak up?
Then let me make it clearer for you.
So, Donick was in the Rose.
He was not.
Easy, big girl. He wasn't shopping for himself. You're lucky to have a man who wants to please you. But maybe you could indulge him more. Are there areas of intimacy you haven't explored?
Why? Why do you give me these doubts?
Aveline, if you shove your thumb up his arse, I win.
So he's kind of an unwilling participant in our threesome.
Please don't call it that.
You know, Isabella, if someone had told me that I'd put up with you for all these years, I'd have punched them flat.
And if someone had told me I'd still be here, I'd have done the same.
Save your bits. You'll have your ship one day.
And what would you do without me as a constant headache in the Rose?
Someone would rush to fill the hole. You know, like you never left.
That's my girl.
Maybe you win once in a while.
I love you. I've been holding back from saying that. You should have a normal life, not be tied down to a fugitive with no future. But I don't ever want to leave you.
Want a sandwich?